My name is Kaye Ross.
I'm Dennis Furia.
I'm Moxie.
I'm Ben Merkel.
And you are listening to The Level. It's a podcast for people who love video games. Our first non-freestyle episode in a while.
Yeah. Must be
I
a
learned
boring
to count
week.
one higher.
One higher. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's hop right into it. Let's see what people have been up to.
Let's see how much
Moxie,
overtalk we can have.
Yeah. Moxie. Moxie, how about you? You've been away the longest. Well, what you been up to?
Yeah, no, I've been honestly not a heck of a lot. I'm trying to think. Have I been on since cherry blossoms have taken over this city?
You talked about your mom being out there right before cherry blossoms.
Yeah, so they have now, actually now kind of have come and passed. The cherry apocalypse has been upon us. So everyone's now putting away their pink for another year, and yeah, there's really not a lot going on around here.
Washington is walking around menacingly with an axe.
Is it he's like a pig in shit. Is that really disruptive when the cherry blossoms are out? Is it like does it change the flow of traffic and stuff, or is like the summer vacation time more disruptive?
I mean, definitely most disruptive is like major political holidays. So like 4th of July and, stuff like that. This actually wasn't too bad, honestly.
But nice.
Yeah. Also went to the Japanese festival last week. Actually met Lucy, one of our listeners.
Fantastic.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And so that was a lot of fun. I actually got to see some sumo wrestling in person, which is like a big thing for me.
Amazing.
Nice.
Quite literally a big thing.
Yeah. I think my favorite is seeing it, was all amateur sumo wrestlers. So just, people from around the city. And seeing like after their demonstration, they like mostly put on like normal clothes and went in like, we're chilling with the, I don't know, like the J-pop, stage and that sort of thing. Except they kept the loincloths on. So it's like apparently those were non-optional.
Can't have people forgetting they do sumo.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Ben, how about you?
I think I don't know if this is meta or not, but yeah, we were supposed to go down to Portland this past weekend, but ended up not being able to. So that was kind of a bummer, but we should be down next month. But instead we took advantage of the sunlight here and we did a day trip. We went to Bainbridge Island, which was nice. They have some really good fish and chips out there. And it's kind of like, Seattle's like already super liberal, but this is like the more like hippie liberal end of things if you go there.
Real crunchy.
It's a fun vibe. You just hang out and watch people play music on the street and stuff. But overall it was a great weekend weather-wise. So everyone's excited for spring and summer and stuff here. So
that's cool.
So this is a dumb off-topic question, but I thought Crunchy was conservative, like MAGA aligned. Like I thought Crunchy was Maha.
No, you're thinking of trad.
Yeah, well, I mean, like there can be a crunchy side of it, but like to me, like crunchy is associated with like hippie, like What'd you say, Ben? Like a doula?
Granola. I think
Granola.
Sometimes an adjective applied to people. Yeah.
It's one of those things that's frustrating because of the MAGA convergence around like skepticism of modern medicine kind of stuff. Like it is one of those things where there was an inversion where like prior to like 2019, most of the anti-vax people were extremely liberal, crystal moonchild mothers, and then causing like outbreaks at Disneyland and stuff, and then it became a a lot of those people became conservative, but like then it became a like a conservative.
It's the political
shibboleth.
horseshoe.
Yeah.
The conspiracy theories are also at that end as well. So
yeah.
Oh, one other thing is I played a game of Twilight Struggle over the weekend. That game hits a lot differently in modern political times.
I imagine it does.
Different than Imperium?
Correct. Yes. I'm playing Twilight Imperium this weekend. That's a whole nother thing. Struggle last weekend.
Twilight Struggle is the Cold War nuclear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
What Twilight
especially
game will you
with
play
today's
next?
headlines.
Yeah.
Twilight Saga, New Moon, the board game.
Cool. How about you, Dennis?
I went and saw Project Hail Mary this week, the movie.
Ooh.
You read you read the book and then went to see the movie, right?
Yes, correct. I binged the book in like 2 days.
Okay.
Because Jem was like, hey, I want to go see this movie, and I think you'll enjoy it more if you listen to the book. And I was like, bet. So I just binged it all in like a 48-hour stint. And quite enjoyed it. The movie does an excellent job of capturing the things that make the book so fun.
This is the guy who did The Martian, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And similarly, I haven't seen the Martian movie, but even more so, Project Hail Mary is a guy alone and in conversation with himself and thinking through stuff, which leads to some worries about like how are you going to translate that to the screen. However, they did an awesome job. It has, without spoiling anything, it has the single most satisfying badass chain you will ever see in movies.
Badass chain? Like a
chain. Yes, like a series of links together. People who have read the book know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
But it was one of those moments where it's like, okay, this was cool in my mind in the book, and it is so much cooler to see it on screen.
Yeah.
So just from a nerd and fan service standpoint, they did an excellent job.
Is it still broadly in the category that The Martian was, like of competency porn? Like you're just watching somebody like who knows a lot and is good at doing stuff, working through a problem?
Yes, with the twist that they don't remember why they know a lot and are good at stuff.
Oh, so it's like a Bourne thing. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's space-born.
That is such like kryptonite to me, where like I am so allergic to that just because of how often it's associated with just like, and we can pull ourselves up on the bootstraps and capitalism.
Yeah.
That's fair. But it does make for a very interesting kind of like dual stories of him working on his immediate problems and then getting these like flashes of memory hitting him that tell you the story of like how he got there.
Yeah.
And it comes together in a very nice way. It is long, super long. I think the original cut was like 4.5 hours. They got it down to a slim 2.5.
What is it with space movies?
Just, I guess you do all that work to set things up and you want to get your use out of them. And that's the other thing that I really appreciate is they leaned hard into practical effects, especially for a character called Rocky that they did an amazing job with. So that's, I don't know. I really appreciate that we seem to have entered an era where people are consistently acknowledging the value of doing it practically versus just all through CGI. And this movie showcases that. So, it was a great time.
Leaning into practical, like hybridized with visual. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's painted over. Excuse me, but the end result was exactly where I'd want it to be after having read the book.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Moxie? Sorry.
So I think my pitch for the way we resolve the length issue is if your sci-fi movie is longer than 2001 Space Odyssey, we're going to judge it based on the degree to which it's as good as 2001 Space Odyssey. And you'll see movies get a whole lot shorter.
See, that's the thing though, is that would set a very low bar for my opinion. Sorry if that makes me a Philistine.
think Nolan would have still made Interstellar longer than 2001, even if that was the metric in place.
and that was a comparably good movie. Like,
I don't know that we want to wander into these woods.
Good, nothing as good as that, but like at least it was sci-fi. Like I'm so sick of.
There's at least 15 minutes in that movie that's as good as 2001. I'll give you that. But,
I'm just saying, but right now my level is like I just want people to make sci-fi again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
do science, damn it.
I went and did an escape room for the first time.
Ooh, nice.
Oh hey,
yeah, seems like something I would have done right before this, but
this does seem infinitely in your wheelhouse.
Yes, I just had never been in a position to go do it. But Will Hughes, who I'm led to believe does a show on the network called Everything to Guppy, or The Pivot, or something. People talk.
I've never heard
it.
of those.
Yeah. Has it was his birthday and set us up at a really cool place that does like high production value. Like I guess that like these are, there's a wide range of like how well put together a lot of these are, and this is like it was like a vampire crypt theme, and there was a lot of haunted house stuff going on with it, which was real cool. But no spoilers, obviously, because I don't want to be kicked out of this establishment forever. But they advertise at least this part of it. Part of this was in the dark as well. So like after a certain point, there was an awful lot of like, all right, we need to move around and feel around and communicate to each other very clearly about what we have in order to coordinate how to solve the puzzles.
So there's in the dark and there's in pitch black. Which end of the spectrum was it on?
It was pitch black. Like the only things that I could see in when it went dark were the red lights, like the infrared lights around the cameras that they use to watch, the night vision cameras, and then there was a glow in the dark element that was like kind of a safety marker as well.
That's fun.
Yeah. So it was like dark. I was worried that being there with people who were much more experienced, like Will has done a lot of these. Gary used to work at one of these. I was worried that I wouldn't have anything to contribute. But I feel like I held my own in terms of helping to figure stuff out. It was really fun. I want to do more of them.
I love like the first 30 seconds of an escape room where it looks like people are ransacking the place, but it's like, let's just flip everything upside down.
That's what it was. It was really overwhelming too, because everybody was like going and like rattling stuff and like shouting out what they found. Yeah.
I've also heard of like instances where rival escape rooms will like use that segment of the thing as a excuse to just destroy another safe room.
Oh, that's uncalled for. No, that's bad. That's dirty pool right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But these roving escape room gangs have to be stopped.
Yeah, we keep throwing them in jail, but they keep getting out.
All right. Yeah, good.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. Ooh, man. Just you set them up, you knock them down. Very good. Yeah. But I had a very social weekend, and I'm going to remark on that because it's still very unusual for me. I had something really social kind of every day of the weekend there.
Nice.
And it would have been more social if Ben came down, but yeah, I'm doing stuff. It's nice.
Yeah.
No, come on.
You can't drive us apart.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I've got. How does everybody feel about talking about video games?
Let us
do
so.
All right. Well, to do that, we need to do the regular kind of show, what with the grind, the multiplayer, and the end boss. And why don't we get started with
the grind?
The Grind, where we talk about the games we have been playing over the last period of time or so. Dennis is raising his hand.
Yeah, so I just to preserve the segue, because I've been very bad about playing anything new, and was saving my weekend escape room experience for this segment. So while it's still relevant, I'm going to pretend like that was me contributing to the show and talk about the escape room I did.
Okay.
So it's my middle kid's 10th birthday, actually today as we're recording. So happy birthday, Milo. He's probably still
Happy birthday.
And he loves puzzles, and we wanted to do an escape room for his birthday. So we went to a place that in my experience, most escape rooms are very linear, that there's kind of a story and you unravel one thing that leads you to the next, you unravel that, it leads you to the next, and eventually you get out. Mm-hmm. This was much more of an arcadey experience where there were a ton of puzzles all over the room, and solving each individual one would give you points in the form of foam balls. And then you had to like throw those balls into a basket up on the wall to score the points. But so, your goal was less to get out of the room and just score, rather it was to just score as many points as you could in the given amount of time.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Did this with 8 children and me and Jen.
Okay.
So you want to talk about the chaos at the start of the room? Imagine that, just with high-pitched kids' voices.
Okay,
and a complete lack of understanding that this is probably not designed to be hung off of.
I mean, if they're making it for family, they have to know what they're getting into. They wouldn't have let the kids in.
Yeah, that's very fair.
At the very least, like safety, right? And they're watching. They probably would have intervened if they were going to, start chewing on the wires or something.
Yeah.
This isn't the kind of wires you chew on. Son.
Yeah, no, that's the other puzzle. But yeah, so it was a great time, definitely on the lower production value side, in terms of polish and all that stuff. It was space themed, but real fun to just kind of walk around the space. And while like I said, it was non-linear and you could like pull a bunch of different threads at once, solving one would usually like give you clues towards another in a really cool way that would lead you. So you were never too stuck in any one area, because wherever you pushed to make progress made it easier to make progress in other places. So,
okay.
Different kind of setup and was very fun.
Did the kids, so like what was interesting to me when I did my escape room was like people kind of fell into roles, did you notice in the kids, like did people fall into roles? Like, did any of them like step up and try to coordinate and lead, or was that left to you as the adults? Like, basically, like what kind of social dynamic evolved over the course of that hour or whatever?
How much do you remember about Lord of the Flies?
I thought it was weird they said it Asmar. Yeah.
All chaos all the time. Everyone very excited and running around. There were definitely one or two kids that share Milo's affinity for puzzles. That like locked in, and we're just like, bam, got that, marching through. But I wouldn't say that overrode the general chaos of everyone just running around and poking at stuff.
Yeah.
I think what was hilarious though is that because of all that, like I feel like some puzzles probably got solved 3 or 4 times, and then someone messed it up just as they were grabbing around. Yeah. And then someone else would fix it, and then like open the door and be like, well, what the heck? There's nothing in here. Like, oh, sorry, we already did that one. And then, it was quite the chaotic experience, but still a lot of fun, as escape rooms seem to be. So that's the only new thing I've got to bring to the table. Gaming wise, played a lot of Marathon. We will probably talk about that at some point. Done a lot of iRacing. I have not gotten to the new Trackmania season, although it's out now. That is me.
Where are you at on Slay the Spire 2?
Still doing mostly multiplayer.
Okay.
In an absolute bizarro world. It is so much fun. I now have 3 or 4 different like concurrent multiplayer saves that I'm working through, just depending on who's available in all these different friend groups. And it's gotten to the point that it's hard to remember like what I was even going for on a given run. like the first couple minutes of logging in with a friend is just, all right, hold on, let me look at my deck and remember what this even was. And there's definitely sometimes you open up and you're like, what the hell passed, Dennis? What are you doing? I expect more from you. So the extent though that like, you know, if one person gets broken good, they can kind of carry the rest of the team, and that takes the pressure off a little bit. Or, you know, if one person's deck is hard countered by a certain enemy, that, you know, your teammates can rise to the occasion. And so, yeah, I have spent so much more time playing Slay the Spire 1 single player because it's on my phone.
Yeah.
Than I ever thought I would now that Slay the Spire 2 is out. But that's where we find ourselves.
Because Slay the Spire 2 is filling such a different niche for you.
Wildly so. Yeah. And there's, oh my God. Oh, there's so much discourse. Just because the game is in early access and being balanced, and it's too hard. It's too easy.
Like the people are organizing like review bombs about like small little design changes, right?
Yeah. And then
what the fuck is up with that fan base?
Someone said that like, so the Chinese, it's a popular game everywhere. It's like the best-selling indie game on Steam ever. But I guess the Chinese fan base, because of regulatory stuff and you know, gating from the rest of the world, either can't or doesn't feel like their voices get heard.
Okay.
Either like, I don't know if they're not allowed to read reviews, or the reviews are kind of quarantined, or I don't know what, but the ranking of like thumbs down gets through.
Yeah.
And so, and again, all hearsay, all covered in way too many words.
Yeah.
But what I understand is like, that is the review bombing is because they feel like that is their only verb for expressing anything about the game.
Okay.
Now, why specifically Chinese players have a problem? How much of any of that is true? I don't know. I'm having a blast with it.
Yeah.
And everyone else should just chill out because it's in early access, and the studio has an amazing track record. So
yeah, it's in flux. Yeah.
But that is it is funny to watch that unfold. Just in a way that I did not think it would. So yeah, that has been a ton of fun, and it's so funny. Like, my gaming has gone so social all of a sudden, because all the Slay the Spire 2 is social, all of the marathon playing is social, and so it's almost like a call out to anyone listening that wants to hang out, even playing like Toxic Commando or playing Helldivers even. It's just like, you want to hang out. I need people to play with, because apparently I don't know how to not do that anymore, which Kaye, I know you've remarked on. So weird world.
Yeah, very weird. I mean, for me, you've done multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, I've gone in and out of it. This feels very.
This is a real. It's a real a distance swing. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Ben, you teed him up for Slay the Spire, so it sounds like you've got more to say about that.
That's why you shouldn't talk on this podcast. You get volunteered for things.
You were like at work. It was going to happen eventually.
I got two things this week. The first is new to me. I think it's maybe a couple years old, but it's a game called Karate Survivors. It was recommended from a coworker because we were talking about survivor-like games, and so that one was one that was like more highly recommended, and it was $2 on Steam, so that might have been a driving factor. But the premise or the fantasy of it is you are playing as like Jackie Chan type character in a like 90s Hong Kong like action movie sort of thing, but it's vampire survivors. So the idea is you're beating up a bunch of random people. The main differentiator is you're basically 50-50 between, you have these like kung fu moves you're cycling through that you kind of draft and upgrade. And then you also have environmental things where if you get close enough to that, you might use it. So it's like if there's a chair on the ground, you might spin around in it and like knock through people. If you have a pool cue, you might start hitting people with it for a limited amount of time.
You're playing picking no finger death punch.
Yeah. I don't know enough about one finger death punch to validate that, but I feel comfortable.
You're still moving
agreeing with
around.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the idea is it's just you're trying to role play being like Jackie Chan in an action movie, essentially.
Mhm.
But it does actually have like an interesting spin on it, especially with the incremental part where you're picking moves. Instead of like Vampire Survivors, where it's like half like kind of passive effects and half like weapons that you're going through, it's kind of intermixed where you're either picking like upgraded stats where it'll be like your movement's faster, you get more experience, you have more health, like that type of thing. Or you're picking moves that are you have this like film reel at the bottom of the game, and it has, I think, maybe 5 or 6 spaces. And so every time you draft like this like kung fu move, it has a different color to it. It's like blue, red, or yellow, and you place it in one of those 6 spots. And then as you're walking around, it'll cycle through whatever moves are there. And so you can start stringing things together. You get more of a combo if you draft of the same color and have those consecutively.
Mhm.
And then later on, as the game progresses, they start numbering the moves, and you get a special ability if you have consecutive like numbers together. So if this is like attack 5 and attack 6 and you put them next to one another, there's like a meta attack that will happen as you're doing that. And so if you can string like a row,
can you reorder them once you've placed them in the bar, or once you said, okay.
Well, yeah. It's super flexible that way. And so, I mean, you're kind of at the mercy of the drafter. There are some things you can control with that. Like you can get up to like 3 rerolls, I think. But at a certain point, you're just at the mercy of the RNG where it's like, well, I got all red moves, so I guess I have to pick a red move sort of thing. You can draft over ones that you've already picked to some degree. But once you filled out the film strip, you're only getting options that are already there to like upgrade those. But the ones that you pick are upgradable. So it's like if you draft it again, like the damage doubles or like the distance increases, like that sort of thing. And so typically a run on this will last maybe like 15 minutes, 17 minutes, something like that, depending upon the level. And you'll face like a boss at the end, and then that part is over. And then you kind of go to the next level or level up your progression, stuff like that. How they do progression in the game, half of it's like Vampire Survivors, where it's like you get teeth as an economy for like when you beat people up.
Knocking the teeth out. That's cool.
And and you spend teeth to like upgrade like passive effects that are like always there. That's like the roguelike element. And then the other upgrade mechanic, which it has just left my head. Oh yeah, that's right. There's an achievement system where it's like, defeat like a person with a weapon, like 100 times. And if you do that, you might unlock a new move. And so because like as you're unlocking moves, there might be gaps like in the numbers you have available. So you might not even be able to make like a consecutive run of 6 of like, the red action moves or something like that. And they're numbered anywhere between like 1 and 30. So there's a lot of them. But so doing the achievements eventually makes it so that you can get like more consecutive runs, and you can move higher up in numbers and kind of do more powerful things. So, you're good.
Are the different colors of attacks, like, are they different kinds of attacks? Are they like, more effective against particular enemies?
They kind of have like different archetypes to it. Like red's very straightforward. Like you're punching. A lot of the moves are. One thing I forgot to mention is every move that you draft, it'll have like a D-pad set of arrows of what direction or directions it's attacking in.
Mm-hmm.
So like red's the most basic one you have, where a lot of the directions are whichever way you're facing. And so when you're chaining things together, it's just like you're doing like a bunch of combos to the person, whoever is directly in front of you, but it's not doing anything to anyone else. Whereas like the blue one is more like you're doing a spin kick that attacks like everybody in a circle or like 2 or 3 directions at a time. And then the yellow one's the one that's really wonky, where it's like there's a drunken slap that goes behind you, but then the ones on either side of that are going in front of you. So you have to try and move around in a way that you're like ping-ponging, hitting the people on both sides. So it's kind of like the hardest to orchestrate, but it's probably the most powerful damage. And each one of those colors will have a different like meta reward if you're chaining consecutive things. So one might be like a circle area of attack. One might be this like poison type system that you hit people with. So that part's different as well. Overall it's a fun game, especially at the asking price of $2 when it's on sale. Extremely worth that price. Kind of the reason why I got this game is I was preparing myself for the second thing that I've been playing, which came out today, which is Vampire Crawlers.
Oh yeah.
So wanted to get back in the mood or the mindset of a survivor's game to see this one. I talked about this game before because I played the demo like a couple months back. I have nothing to add to it yet because I only played this for like a half an hour today. And, so I played the garlic dude and did like a run or two of that, but nothing new to report. So, but I look forward to getting into that more as the week progresses. So, so all I can say is that's out and it's cool, but I don't know enough about it yet to talk about it. So
more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said I guess what I was thinking of was the demo. I thought that Vampire Crawlers was out. No, literally today. Huh. Trying to think here. So I'll do mine. The new thing that I've been streaming has been Resident Evil Revelations 2. Like the one main Resident Evil game that I had not played.
Okay. So you're rounding out your Pokemon collection.
Yeah. I thought that this was co-op, and in some instances it is, but not in any way that you can currently play it, is my understanding.
That's a heck of a pitch.
Yeah.
What console was this out for originally?
It was out for fucking everything. This is like Xbox 360. Like it kind of straddled from like PS3 to PS4 generation. Is the way that I remember it. But like, yeah, if you look at it came out like 2015. So like it was kind of designed for older stuff, but then made to, go a little bit further. One of the reasons that I hadn't played it was I had wanted to play it co-op with Jala, right? Either just to play it or to stream it. And like on PC and on Switch, basically like, anything that's not like a, Xbox 360 or PS3, it wasn't clear how to do it. Like, you could do it if you were like together, but you could only if you were physically together, like couch co-op. There was no like online co-op, even though Resident Evil had been doing that for a while. At this point. So like we just couldn't figure out a way to do it. And finally I was like, listen, I need to fill this. Will it hurt your feelings if I play and stream this solo? And she was like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to make me play it.
So it's, this is like part of the Revelations, like side series for Resident Evil. Like the first one of these was pretty close to being a launch game for the 3DS. And you played as like Chris and Jill on a cruise ship where an infection broke out, is kind of the deal. This one, you are playing as two sets of characters. So Claire Redfield has started working for this like anti-bioterrorism NGO, and recently had Barry Burton's daughter Moira join her at this against Barry's kind of wishes. Barry being the one of the secondary characters from Resident Evil 1, kind of a fan favorite, uncle kind of type. Claire and Moira get kidnapped along with everybody else and taken to this island where they're injected with a virus by this overseer, and the virus will mutate you if you ever get too scared, is kind of the idea for this.
So this is Illblade.
Kinda, yeah. Like everybody has like a wristband that shows like how scared they are. So like, and then the other set of characters, other than Claire and Moira, is Barry and he finds a little girl with semi-supernatural powers when he gets to the island to search, to respond to a rescue beacon that you put out. This is such a weird thing because it is so of its time. Like, it never came out for the Wii, but it feels very much like a Wii game, actually. Because, like, your main character, Claire and Barry, they have the full, like, Resident Evil 4, style. You get the guns and you have the inventory kind of deal. And the secondary character kind of exists to, like, point things out and help in combat. So, like...
Okay.
It's a sidekick.
So this is... I think the Resident Evil game I played once and have been trying to find since. I remember playing a Resident Evil game that's co-op, but one player was a non-combatant.
Yeah, this is the one. So Moira does not want to. She's afraid of firearms, so she can't contribute in gunfights. But she gets a flashlight, and so if this were co-op, the person who controlled Moira would, be the person who lit stuff up and, controlled what the other person could see so they could shoot. Moira can also point out, items, hidden items, so you can grab them, unlocking more resources. And when you're playing as Barry, he has all the guns, but Natalia is the name of the little girl. She can sense the undead, even through walls. So you go into detective vision and you can point out where threats are. And you can also point out hidden items so you can get it. So this very much feels like two people playing on the Wii, one person pointing stuff out with the remote and the other person doing Resident Evil style gameplay. Never came out on the Wii.
So are psychic powers now canon in Resident Evil?
Kinda. Ever since Wesker was brought into play, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought his power was just monologues and flip kicks.
Yeah, I mean, basically whatever. If you want to accomplish a supernatural end, there is a virus that can let you do it. Is essentially what it is.
Wesker opens up the chaos dimension.
Yes. Yeah. So this is very janky. This is not made to play or even feel like a mainline Resident Evil. This is explicitly set out to be a lower budget, kind of AA kind of thing, kind of down market. And it feels like it. It's also very confused about what it wants to be. This is also very janky. It is made to be kind of like low budget. Kind of fulfill a niche in the market, and it
was made to be low budget, or it was made to be low budget.
It was made with a low budget, and it shows. And they're not really that afraid to hide it. Each chapter is set up you play through as Claire and Moira, and then you pick up as Barry and Natalia in the same geometry, except you go a slightly different route through places. So it's twice as much game with one set of level geometry, pretty much, and slightly different mechanics.
So is this higher or lower budget than the Umbrella Chronicles?
About the same is what it feels like. It feels like it was kind of fulfilling the same niche. It's meant to be, something to supplement in between bigger budget Resident Evil releases.
It's the we've got Resident Evil at home game.
But it's also Resident Evil and it's also canon. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. But it's doing weird stuff because there's a distinct delineation in Resident Evil level design where in the early in the early games, every room is a particular setting and it has a distinct look and, there's a purpose. You can describe oh, this is the freezer room. This is the blah, blah, blah. This is very much in the Resident Evil 5, you're playing in a corridor, but it is also trying to do backtracking stuff within it.
Metroidvania style?
Yeah. So Resident Evil is built on backtracking, right? Where where you explore and press against the edges of the space, you find something and go someplace else, and you can push a little bit further. It is of a similar structure. It's not a Metroidvania, but it is meant,
no, that makes sense.
the environments are meant to be passed through several times, whereas starting in Resident Evil 4, they kind of took a more corridor approach. Like you did revisit some areas under different circumstances, but it was ever forward. This has the backtracking, but also has the anonymity of the corridor level design, and that works against it. I have gotten lost so many times in this just because I didn't see a key that was not lit. Right? And
I'm trying to think, do any of the Resident Evil games have maps? Like, that's not really a thing in this series, right?
Yeah, no, they have maps.
Yeah.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, like
them for sure.
Yeah, 4 has a map, and like 1, 2, 3 in Code Veronica, like, you do have a map you can reference, like the floor plan, and you can see like sometimes like if you picked up everything in there or not. This one is an anomaly because it doesn't have a map. When you pick up a map, it just gives you a mini map, but you can never see like a bird's eye view of the floor plan to like get a sense for like what you're exploring. Sure. It will give you like a little like marker of like vaguely the direction you're supposed to go, but because of the like backtracking kind of nature of this, like you may just direct you to press against something when you're meant to go all the way around, to get back around to it. So it's like a big muddle. And like the biggest frustration in this, like, yeah, it's tuned a little bit hard and you've got to get on its wavelength and like pass back and forth between your characters more cannily, because they're like combo move setups and things like that. The biggest muddle of it, is like walking. You have limited resources, but you're backtracking in such a way that you're going to run them down, trying to discern a progression, or trying to find and follow very poor signaling that it has it does not seem interested in straightening it out. It does not seem to be at all concerned with being readable. Right.
It's starting to make sense why I don't know what like console this game came out for, or like when it came out or anything like that. It seems to not have been too impactful on the Resident Evil canon.
Not really. Like there's Wesker stuff about like Wesker project things, but like even that is like way backbench, like only implied in some of the in some of the lore, like RE5 and beyond kind of stuff. Yeah, like also like this came out at a really weird time in the Resident Evil timeline, like 2015. Think about that. Resident Evil 6 had come out and was a huge flop. Like nobody seemed to like
the greatest Resident Evil game.
Very few people liked it. Everybody saw it as a dead end. People saw it as a dead end for the franchise. It was really in a like an identity crisis. So like this is coming out like midway between that and RE7 when it tried to like re-rack itself. And this is, like you're playing as Barry and Claire, the B team. As much as I love Claire, not people's most beloved character in the in the series. And so like, yeah, this was kind of made at a crossroads for the series. Like it straddled generations. Also, like as much, putting it as a relic of its time, it was released episodically. So like people played the first episode and then just kind of bounced off of it.
Oh, they tried to do like a Walking Dead sort of thing with it, maybe?
because that was the style at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was the style at the time.
Yeah. They're just this is walking around with an onion on its belt. Yeah. So yeah, it is a very weird thing, or a very weird game, even before you get into the fact that everything is a Kafka reference.
What?
Yeah, like the chapter titles
like
are all
turn into a bug.
I think that there's a chapter called Metamorphosis. Yeah, that's the last chapter. But like the first chapter is called In the Penal Colony, and like you run across the apparatus from In the Penal Colony. Right? Very strange. Yeah.
Is there a trial section?
One of the no, I don't think that there is a trial section, but like you find like excerpts from like of quotes from Kafka stories, one of which is the trial.
Okay.
Yeah, you there's
Weird.
supposed to be a trial section, but you can never get to it.
Yeah.
And like even like the notes, like you're going around like it's a prison island or has been turned into such, and you're like reading notes, like, you know, their version of like the itchy tasty note is like somebody who's held captive and hasn't been told why. So like it's a little bit like watching like a little kid like pick up and play with a really advanced kind of like scientific apparatus. Like Resident Evil has never been very big on themes and stuff. This is actually something we talk about in the Resident Evil Requiem episode, where like it's kind of quaint to see Resident Evil try to play with like elevated horror trauma storytelling. You know, like it's very funny to see them try and play with literary references when that's not what this is at all.
I was so caught off guard playing Village of being like, oh, this is all the like gothic horror creatures, like learning that like half or 3/4 of the way through the game. And it's like, seems like strange decisions being made in the franchise in that department.
It's just a weird ass franchise. It is very weird. I'm going to continue streaming it despite my frustration now that I know that I need to pay attention to fucking everything. Which is not an unreasonable ask, but I got so frustrated looking for that key, like just going back over geometry over and over again, trying to find it. Go ahead, Moxie.
So does that mean, did you beat Ghostymon's Snap?
Yeah, and I fucking hated it. I talked about this last episode, kind of gave my rundown on why it was really bad, and why I was more than fair to it. Yeah. Any questions about Resident Evil Revelations 2?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. The other thing I've been doing is like a little bit of marathon. It had been a while since I played it before yesterday when we hopped on, Moxie and Dennis. So I don't have too much to say about it other than it continues to be a game that I want to play. I just dropped it for any number of reasons.
So Dennis and I kind of have a funny story on it. We were playing a match and got group filled or whatever with basically a ninja.
Okay.
Like I like open the door to one of the like, you know, fairly self-contained buildings. There's like a lab or something. I open the door and immediately get gunned down. And then I think Dennis comes over to like tries to save me and gets gunned down. And then our other person just like I think was playing as whoever it is as the zip line. So I guess thief. But like zip lines up to the roof of the building and then proceeds to like stalk the various members and like when one of them is alone, like jump down and like take them out. And then like disappear. Like
Moxie and I were very clearly taken out by people who were like camping that building and waiting for suckers. Like it's a building that's got a quest objective in it, and they were very heavily armed.
Yeah.
So like this was an ambush versus a chance meeting, and it's already a building that has lots of bots in it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, watching this guy work was a thing of beauty.
Did he revive you? Did he end up getting you back?
Yeah.
Oh, he got us back. And then I think, is that the same one where he then immediately just ran off to an exfil and disappeared while we were joking around?
Yeah.
He did his part.
A real my people need me.
Yes, my work here is done. That was very cool. And I feel like that represents the best marathon. I will say I'm feeling like I'm starting to see some of the rust, some of the warts. Particularly, the art style and the graphics is still 10 out of 10. The gunplay, I'd say like 7 or 8 out of 10. Pretty good gunplay, pretty good action. But I think the big problem is kind of the progression. I think maybe I was chatting with some people in the Discord about this or something, but just this isn't a game that is like a grinding, like, level up, become powerful, power fantasy game, which is totally cool. The problem isn't so much literally that it doesn't have progression. It's more it just doesn't have any real end. Like when I find loot in the game, even if I find the best gun in the game and exfil with it, like that means nothing to me because I know I'll probably just get like ganked before I even get a chance to use it. So it's like, and like if you look at the battle pass, unless you pay for it, there's basically no cosmetics. So just, I feel like it's a very good game, but I don't feel like it has kind of that whatever, revealing of story or whatever to really tie it together.
It's very slow. And I think that the progression is very good at providing like improvements to your baseline survivability, as opposed to like a flashy everyday or a flashy carry that's going to make you more powerful going forward. I think you have to like on some level be satisfied with very modest gains, and I can see people not having time for that.
It is so easy to forget that the upgrade tree exists.
Mm-hmm.
just because you get in this habit of like going in with a free kit, and you can probably knock out a quest objective or two, and slowly rise through those. But if you go in, I think, and specifically like I want to try to find materials that allow me to progress through the upgrade tree, it is noticeable like power advancements for your character.
Yeah.
It is just so in the background when the quests are what the game is completely organized around.
Yeah. Also, if you're playing it like me in a very non-directed way, like for me, I'm not searching for a lot of progression. I just want the reward is sitting down and playing the game because I think it feels good and there are interesting situations you get into, Yeah.
Have you found your roving rook gang yet?
No, I've not found my roving rook gang. I haven't gotten in with troublemakers.
Well, I feel like that the other big thing, which actually in some ways gets into the rook thing, that is my problem, is the way they're handling their end game. In terms of like, I think probably the biggest innovation that this that Marathon has introduced is probably the rooks.
Mm-hmm.
And just all those ways to make extraction shooters a little bit more accessible to like the sponsored kits, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't use any of that stuff in in the end game, in what they call it, the archives or whatever.
Yeah, the cryo archives as the first like raid dungeon that they have. Yeah.
And I think the problem is I would feel much differently if they did something like Destiny or something, where like the raid, or well, some of Destiny, maybe I should say more like the Division, where the raid was like, oh, the secret like super great loot stash, and like it was just that. But when you make a game about exploring a colony ship and then don't let anyone in the colony ship unless they're an elite player, like that's kind of a problem.
Yeah. I am specifically unqualified to remark on that because every MMO I've ever played, I have never been attracted by the end game stuff. Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
I went on some raids like an EverQuest, like with a guild occasionally, but like I never rushed to it because like the main game and the end game are very different things, right? That end game basically it is of so little interest to me that I do not feel like I can comment on it. Eventually they'll make that soloable. They'll open it up. Like they'll give you a version to play. I'm fine waiting for that.
Yeah. I guess to me, my problem is the fact that like I don't really consider it endgame. Like if it's the core premise of your game, that it's not endgame, that's when the game to me. If they had not made that be the only stage that takes place actually in the colony, I'd feel completely different.
You're on the colony. The Cry archive is up in the space station that was supposed to deliver stuff to the colony.
Oh, I thought the space station was the colony.
No, like the stuff on the planet, like it was there to colonize Tau Ceti.
I thought
the
the space station was Marathon.
Yeah, the space station's Marathon. Like the Cryo Archive is part of the Marathon.
Yeah, yeah. So like when you literally name your game after it, like I expect to be able to go there.
Nothing in Marathon 2 or Marathon Infinity or whatever took place on Marathon. Yeah, to me also that does not. Yeah,
I hear about Halo.
Right. Well, no, Halo. The problem with Halo was that it kept going back to the fucking Halo. It was like, this is the only idea we have. People are going to expect us to go to these fucking ring planets, even though we have thoroughly mined what any of these could possibly mean.
And the name was abstract enough that they could extend it to other things that are different, but just the same shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, it's barely like a way to even like refute or respond to what you're saying, but like, yeah, to me, the fiction almost doesn't matter. Like the point does not feel like I need to be up on that. I need to be up on that space station because it's named after it. The point is engaging with the mystery of what happened here, and going around and doing some shooting and getting into some fun multiplayer situations where maybe you can talk your way out of it and maybe you can't.
I mostly want to play a game where I can see other people and think I should probably stay hidden, and then I get out alive, and that was probably the right choice. And yeah, that feels nice.
Yeah. So this is barely even me like responding to your criticism. I guess that this is, I don't know, the two of us relating to the game in very different ways is more what I'm highlighting with it. Yeah.
So, yeah, go on.
No, continue. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to move on if there's not any more marathon chat questions, inquiries, posers.
No.
So the
do y'all one last question? Sorry to pull us back.
All right, Columbo.
Do y'all switch up what character you play, or do you just play one character? Because I'm just playing. I
don't use any of the character abilities, so I don't bother to switch.
Oh, the character abilities are really good.
Yeah,
I've found like the cooldowns is so long that it's like, I don't know. Anyways,
those are things you can build around. You can find the different things that will replenish the energy on it. It's not communicated well because the interface of the game is kind of a nightmare. But yeah, no, I found the thief, and I really like playing as the thief.
The loot scan visor is super.
It's really cool. It's really valuable. Yeah. But like I know, like, but even playing as the whatever it is, the Vanguard, or what is the combat anarchist one?
Vandal.
Yeah, playing as the Vandal. Like, you're using the double jump on that. Like, that is a really important.
To be
basic
fair,
ability.
yeah, I use the double jump. I sometimes use the rocket launch arm.
Yeah,
so, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. How about you? I mean, like Dennis, you've like stuck on recon, right?
Recon. Yeah, I'm just too afraid to touch anything else because I won't know what the buttons do.
Oh yeah.
That's the long and short of it.
Cool. What else have you got, Moxie?
Sure. So the other thing I started was Minishoot Adventures. Have any of you guys seen that?
Yeah, it's on my wish list. Yeah.
Yeah, it is on Game Pass if you're one of the like 3 people that still are doing that. But yeah, so this game is sort of like if you combined Legend of Zelda and a bullet hell game.
Okay.
The plot line is that you are a little like spaceship in a race of spaceship people who bad guys come, everyone gets frozen in crystals for some reason, and then you break out and now you must save everyone. There is almost no dialogue in this game, which actually makes it really entertaining because like all of your character's dialogue is just communicated by your ship getting like little sweat bubbles or like jumping, doing a flip or stuff like that.
That's very
which
cute.
is very cute. But yeah, so you are, going around this open world, fighting various enemies that just are filling your screen with various bullets for you to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I actually want to ask you guys. It's been a very long time since I've played a Zelda game. Have the top-down Zelda games ever done open world? Like, not by which I mean not like screen by screen by screen, but like actually continuous.
No,
I think the Link's Awakening, the new one on the Switch, is kind of like that. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
But it's still. I think it is still designed room by room because it's a really faithful remake of the original.
Yeah, I'd have to double check. Like some of the outer areas where there's fields, I guess. Yeah, maybe it is frame by frame, but
yeah.
Just the reason I was asking is that was one of the things that did feel a little bit notably different. Is the overworld is all all continuous, and while you are getting Zelda style abilities that will let you unlock new routes and stuff like that, there's a pretty significant degree to which even right from the start you can explore much of the map. And it's really kind of cool to just kind of be able to just like, see a point on the map, like, oh, there's a cave I haven't explored, and just be able to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, they kind of get some good mileage out of the fact that, you're a spaceship. So the game is, like in a Zelda game, you can basically only walk in like one of two directions. Usually it's very grid based, kind of that sort of thing. Where this one is much like it literally has like racing segments.
Okay.
And like you have a boost, recharging boost and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels much smoother than most Zelda games do.
Yeah. Ben pulled out a Switch and played the Link to the Past remake. That is seamless.
This one's technically Echoes of Wisdom.
So Echoes of Wisdom might be seamless.
So we could both be right in that sense.
Yeah. But like it's still the distinction about whether or not it's truly open world, et cetera. Like I think what Moxie's getting to is like the seamless kind of angle of it, as opposed to moving like screen by screen kind of deal. In that case, with Echoes of Wisdom, I think it probably did.
I was gonna say these are slowly becoming sanity tests for each of the host members, if our memory is correct, of things that are multiple years old at this point.
Right. To me, it does not seem like a distinction with a huge difference, because the world is still designed in roughly the same way as an overworld, connecting a bunch of disparate dungeons with little mini challenges kind of along the way. Whether or not you do a scene transition, it's still roughly the same. Yeah. Is this played like a twin stick shooter? Is that the control mode for this?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm actually playing it on mouse and keyboard, and I'm going to have to switch because like I got to a racing segment that I just couldn't do without it.
Yeah, steering with that would be a real problem.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very, very much twin stick. It does have I think it has 3 levels of auto aim, which I think is like no auto aim, one where you just like continuously fire ahead of you, and one where like it'll actually aim for you and you're just dodging bullets.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice to see.
That's like a Geometry Wars thing too.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say about it, and this is super dumb, but I find it really adorable that the game makes explicit that despite being a spaceship with wings, you are not flying. Because like if you like try to go for like water or like a hole or something like that, you'll like fall and appear back on the stage. And like I want to say like it straight up says like, oh, by the way, you cannot fly.
This is a very advanced hovercraft.
It might as well just be a little kid like walking around with an airplane with airplane arms out making noises.
Yep.
Adventures of the Airplane Kid.
Funnily enough, like all of the enemies that look like airplanes definitely can fly.
Yes, yeah.
No.
Oh gosh, this looks exceedingly cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Is it hard?
It has 3 difficulty modes. On the medium difficulty, I would say only very occasionally. It likes to do a lot of like you go into an area, it kind of cordons off, and then you have to fight waves of enemies, and those can be challenging. I just bumped it up to the higher difficulty and highest difficulty, and that makes it very very challenging for me. I don't think this is that hard of a game, though, like as bullet hell games go.
Yeah. So often bullet hell coincides with being a difficulty fuck game, but it doesn't necessarily have to.
Yeah, you can definitely like put it on easy mode and have it be an easy game. And I'd say like regular mode feels normal person balanced, not was it Toa Project balance?
Yeah. No, it's not made for like the people who play every cave game when it comes out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That seems like a welcome addition, having like different levels that you can play it at. But I wonder if the purists don't like that or not.
Basically, I'm looking for anything and everything that could be like Jamestown.
Yeah.
Right. That was such a special game.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. This looks neat. Yeah, I would not have known about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know that I have any other questions about it. It just sounds extremely cute.
Yeah. Yep. Highly recommend.
Cool. Minishoot Adventure.
Multiplayer.
Now it is time for the multiplayer where we ask you a question and you answer it. Dennis, what is the question that you ask the nice people?
Yeah, I want to hear about your game breakups. What is the hardest and fastest that you've fallen out of love with a game?
Yeah. And I will get us started here with Threnza, who says, on paper, the Venn diagram between my gaming interests and Dead Cells is a near perfect circle. In practice, I play 2 or 3 runs every few months when I'm bored and immediately remember why I stopped playing it the first and second and third time. Yeah, same. If they did a single player, if they did Dead Cells but with fixed level progression and you were doing it like a Metroidvania, that'd be so good. Like the combat in that is amazing. As it exists now, not for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Ben, what does the Ugly Machine say?
I don't know if I'm going to want to read this, but it says Returnal, a roguelike with good gunplay turned into, what do you mean runs are hour plus longs and punish any play that isn't the perfect and the entire time. There's almost no way to recover a run in a death spiral, and the gameplay loop became that death felt cheap and unavoidable. Going to put this down now. Gave it 2 weeks of tries and then swore it off forever. It had neat ideas, but making every upgrade have a sometimes very harsh downside too made every run a glass cannon run eventually, which is not very enjoyable when it's asking for literal hours of commitment per run. Yeah, I think you gotta leave the parasites alone for a good portion of the game until you get your feet under you. Yeah,
I'm pretty much in the exact same boat as Maddie on this.
Yeah,
to the point where I was talking with Will over the weekend, and he was talking about, saying he was excited for the kind of the follow up to this. That was coming out.
Soros? No,
yeah,
not Soros.
Don't reveal our funding, guys. Come on.
Talking about it, it's like, is it like that? It's like, yeah, no, it's a lot like Returnal. It's structured the same, but it's got King and Yellow stuff, which was just a punch to my gut. Like,
no, you have to do it now. You have to do it.
I mean, there's stuff in Returnal that's like very cool sci-fi, but it's buried, behind all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really tough because it's like, it's such a good game, but it asks so much of the player. So it's like very understandable for people to not get there.
Okay, I wasn't that far off. It's Saros.
Yeah. It's just, there's a difference.
Feels unfortunate.
I mean, coincidence? I don't know.
Couldn't be.
But it is funny on my whatever timeline. I was like, what is this Returnal video? And then I watched for it. I was like, oh wait, no, this is something else. So
it's red instead of blue this time.
Yeah. Not even. But like, yeah, just very, very much in the style of the first. And for people that was their jam, then they'll get more of it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
By the hi, it's me. That I am one of the people where that was my jam.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we got two of them. We got two of them here. I'm going to make Moxie read one that's going to hurt them. Moxie, what does Dixienormous say?
Dixienormous says, Remnant from the Ashes. I was loving the game right up until I faced the boss Zilix. I just couldn't handle that second phase when the second Zilix comes out and attacks from behind. It's too much for my little brain to handle. It proper turned me off, and I've never picked up since. I need to look this up to see if this is the one I'm thinking of.
What it is. Yeah, I can't remember it by name. Weirdly, Remnant is one that shouldn't have worked for me, but did. I had a good time with that one.
I have a love-hate relationship with this series just because they do the Oblivion style, like scaling enemies. Which basically, like, enemies get more powerful every time you upgrade your gear.
Okay.
And so, like, there's no reason to actually upgrade your gear. Although I do have to say it was funny. There's a dungeon in it where I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, the Zillis was that was an optional fight, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why it's probably not sticking out to me. Dennis, what does Callum say?
Callum says Final Fantasy 16. So I guess now we're. Well, I don't know who's super fond of Final Fantasy 16. So I was going to try to figure out who we're hurting with this response. Final Fantasy 16, the disconnect between the interesting plot and the completely bland feeling world you explore got me really quickly after an initial good impression.
Yeah. I can see it.
The online one is technically 16? 14?
The online ones are 11 and 14.
11 and 14. Yeah, I know nothing about 15 or 16.
16 is the character action one. Yeah.
Okay.
And 15 is the Twink Road trip, right?
Yeah, 15 is the Blowdrop Brothers. Yeah.
Good. That clears it up. Or do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
No,
I mean, in Final Fantasy, actually.
I'm saying that in the sense of the drill tweet. Let's hear it. So that was Dennis. I need to pull this other one up. Pickle Factory, right? Is the
yes, I deleted the old one because it was so small, and I placed the new one at the bottom.
I'll do it in the order here, so I'll take Lucy. Lucy says, In Stars and Time has a really cool concept and sharp writing, but really requires me to keep comprehensive notes on how it all fits together to play through its loop system. That's just too much for me, despite how interesting the idea of the game is. This is a game that I've seen talked about a lot on Blue Sky, but have no idea about other than the art style.
See, I could say this exact same thing, but about Blueprints. I think it all fits. Sorry, Ben.
Let's see. Ben, what does Pickle Factory say?
Pickle Factory says, I'll say a recent one was, and I got really worried when I saw this because I thought it was saying eugenics at first, but Mega Bonk. It's a Survivors-esque roguelike, but it had with a lot more emphasis on traversal around 3D maps while you were drafting upgrades. But I discovered that the final boss of the hard level maps is just complete bullshit. You get depowered when you enter the fight, and it's completely different playstyle than any of the traversal/evasion you had to do to get there. After the second time I got to it and figured out, it's just like this. It killed any further interest I had to know that that was what was waiting at the end. Hey, I didn't figure out how to play this game so that you could swap out what kind of game it was at the 95% mark. Aggravating. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, very fair. There's a Merkle B in here if you want to put it in here.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't make two separate screenshots.
No, I was agreeing with that point where it's like you need to be really delicate when you're changing like mechanics like that out from one another. And I was pointing out that things like I think Arkham, either City or Asylum does this, and like the Uncharted games will do this, and Last of Us will do this at key moments, but they do a good job of making it very fresh and like interesting, like, oh, you have a whole new vocabulary. But like, this seems to be not great.
Yeah. Generally it's paired with being nigh invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, Moxie, what does Zoe say?
Zoe says, it felt like Overwatch became extremely sweaty, extremely suddenly, and it immediately went from a game I was having fun with to a game that is all about playing the meta, i.e. not fun.
Yeah, anytime you get worked into the meta, that's where you're going to lose me at least.
I feel like especially on Overwatch is a game that just so makes it obvious that this is the find your favorite character game, and then like the one thing you don't want to do is have one favorite character.
Yeah, because it might just not have a place on any teams. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, I would say that Guitar Hero 1 and 2 were like life-changing games for me. They changed the way that I relate to music. Made me want to pick up instruments and play them. Nothing made me fall out of love with the series more than Rock Bands. And it wasn't just
it's not even Guitar Hero's fault. Well, maybe it is for not keeping up.
Well, yeah, it was too fast diverging in a wood where like Rock Bands, had the extra instruments, but was like it was picking songs to be like more interesting than just being a challenge. Like it felt like it looked at music more holistically, and you could see nothing more emblematic than like Guitar Hero 3 being the game where we're going to have Through the Fire and Flames. Like that's this one. This is going to be like the really technical shreddingest, like big flashy kind of thing. It's like, oh, that's not interesting music to me anymore. Right? Like, Maps is not a shredding a song, but like it's still really interesting, and you get to experience that from a bunch of different viewpoints of the instruments as you play it. Right?
I was worried about this at first, that you were saying that Rock Band turned you off of like the genre or something.
No,
God, that's what I thought you were saying.
Were you worried that I was replaced with like a scroll?
Okay, hold on. That has been a working theory for the past couple episodes.
Yeah, you didn't used to be a girl.
Is this like a gender thing, or I don't know if I've ever.
Hey, don't fall into the trap that girls can't be good at video games. Okay.
Why would I start now? Continue, Ben.
I don't know if I've ever properly thanked you, but I think Rock Band led me to playing drums in real life, and that was playing it at your house in college. So yeah.
So like, it just made me fall in love with a different kind of like rhythm game, but also like just a different approach to like, oh, difficulty isn't everything. Like different rhythms and different forms can, just you can pay attention to music in different ways. And Guitar Hero's continue to focus on that, even when they added new instruments. Just didn't it just there was not anything there for me. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want to camp out on. I love the idea of Kaye saying that she fell out of love with the genre when we can literally see a Guitar Hero guitar in the background of her screen.
It's amongst real guitars.
There are 5 guitars in the background. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Let's see here. Ben, how about you?
There's been a few over my gaming career, but I think the one that hit the brakes the hardest was Storybook Brawl, because that was literally waking up one day expecting to play this game that I love and being like, oh, I need to stop today because now it is an NFT company. And
it is so like, I don't know that there's a more pronounced example of like the fans of something fucking ruining it. Like one rancid person with enough influence liking your game enough can completely destroy it. right? That was Sam Bankman-Fried, right?
Yeah, that was the company that bought it out. So it's like it could have been more vindicated like a year or two later, but yeah, pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
that is a wild one.
Yeah, that is that is a shift that actually had like global economic ramifications.
It's still wild to me that EVE Online is still developing a blockchain game.
Fucking wild.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's that lines up.
It's probably one of their lesser technical achievements. But
Moxie, how about you?
Sure. So I think mine was the original Dying Light.
Okay.
It's an excellent game. Highly recommend until you get to the go up to the final boss. So first there's this, extended like parkour segment where you're being chased by this pack of monsters, and it's just a very extended sequence of precision parkour, which is frustrating, but like is in line with what the game is.
Yeah, that's a huge part of the game, right?
Yeah. So like it was maybe, I don't know, a bit of a difficulty spike, but it was fun. It wasn't bad. But then the actual boss fight you get to, and it's entirely quick time events. And before this, there have literally been no quick time events in the game before this point.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it is really, really dumb. It doesn't help that the storyline already has some questionable decisions. But yeah.
Yeah.
I shake my head at it.
Dennis, how about you?
Yeah, I think mine has to be the DMZ version of Call of Duty. So the extraction shooter. Like I was deep on that. I bought like the additional factions to have more stuff to do in it. And then the second I found out that you could buy a character that came equipped with a revive pack. So basically you could buy a second life to just always have. I was out. And I literally, from reading that was the case, never opened the game again.
Mm-hmm.
So noped out extremely hard on that.
Yeah, not the way to do it.
Not with the global ramifications of Ben's example, but a similar like, oh yeah, I can't support that.
Oh, this stinks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think another one that Dennis and I kind of both shared was Army of Two 40th Day with that last moral choice.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, that's a 12-year-old game now. Like what was the moral choice on that?
It's straight up like let a dude sexually assault someone or don't.
Ugh.
Like it's really weird. Like
yeah.
In our household, one of us has been misusing the word edgelord for the past week. This is now a good example of how to define what that means. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm curious. You can't introduce that, and you don't have to put your business out. Yeah. Funny though.
A complete aside, there's the show Shrinking has a really funny bit where Harrison Ford has misunderstood what raw dogging means. And so the character just bait him into using it in increasingly egregious situations.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating. Thank you, Dennis, for posting this. If you would like to be part of this, follow us on Blue Sky, thelevelpodcast.bsky.social, and watch for the prompts to go up on Monday afternoons.
The End Boss.
Now it is time for The End Boss, where we talk about the things that are happening in the world of video games and how we feel about them. I'm going to lead with mine and say that Microsoft, the Xbox division, has decided that maybe, just maybe, they got a little bit over their skis with Game Pass pricing. This
Don't
is
forgive
one of
you,
the,
not coming back.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I'm not coming back for like BDS reasons, but yeah, like so. It is nice to know that there's a ceiling on this thing. right?
Yeah.
Like, last year they bumped the price up to $29.99 per month for the ultimate, like you get everything kind of pass. And that was still like an economic disaster for Microsoft and for the developers who were signed on to it. But their justification was, well, you get Call of Duty day and date, like basically Call of Duty is no longer this big launch day event where everybody's going to rush and buy a retail SKU. This is going to make Game Pass much more valuable. Turns out you can't just make people pay more because you say the game that's coming that they might not even want to play is on there. There was enough outcry and presumably enough people pulled their subscription back that they decided, all right, well, no more day and date Call of Duty. You're still going to have to buy this game separately if you want to, but the monthly price is going to be what is it, $23 a month? Still more than it was before they did the big up, the big increase. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't find that word. Yeah, cash grab. I was trying to find the right way to characterize it. Still not as much as it was before they raised it, or still more than it was before they raised it, but still within reasonable, at least for an individual consumer to take that. So that's the compromise. People are going to have to buy Call of Duty if they want it. I am very much of the mind that if you, the way to make money off of games is by selling them to people, not the subscription stuff. But I don't know, seeing a company actually blink on the ever increasing prices is interesting to me. It shows that maybe one thing is hooked into the other.
Yeah,
Wasn't there something when they acquired Activision where their whole argument for why we should be allowed to do that is oh, it won't be a monopoly because we just give this game away with Game Pass?
I forget what it was. Call of Duty and the publishing rights to it were a factor in that. The merger never should have been allowed to go through. So we're beyond to the point where even it factoring in, I forget what their rationale was for it. And if it actually involved Game Pass, but I think that regardless, well, there's no antitrust enforcement right now anyway, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But I don't see them taking it off of other systems because they're going to want to sell as many as they can, essentially.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to parse out if this is a Microsoft issue or a video games industry issue for why they're making the change, but both.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It'd be nice to see the price increases go back because I have basically ejector seated out of most of the subscriptions that I have. I say very self-conscious about the fact that we just raised our Patreon prices from $5 a month to $7. How dare we?
How dare?
Yeah. Let's see. Other ones here. Ben, you've got another story that people are talking a lot about.
Yeah, just a simple thing was announced. The release date for Elden Ring. I purposely am not bringing more things about Elden Ring because I don't want to talk about it. I want to respect boundaries because that's what we do on this podcast. But they did announce the release date is going to be March 3rd, 2028. Who knows if they'll stick to that or not, because that's 2 years away. And I don't know how people can plan that far out, but yeah. So anyway,
yeah, I saw the cast list. I didn't recognize anybody on it besides Nick Offerman. So
there's well, all right. I said I wasn't going to talk about, so I'll keep to that.
Peter Serafinowicz is in there.
Jonathan Pryce is in there. He's famous, right?
I don't know who he is.
Bad guy from Tomorrow Never Dies. He's a British actor.
I don't know. I saw people doing fantasy casting, trying to match them up with characters, and it was it was all throughout the story. And it's do you think that there's going to be an entire Elden Ring story that they can get from the beginning to the end in this shit?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen. But
no,
to me, it seemed like more of a.
Go ahead.
I also feel like the vast majority of the characters would be full makeup, prosthetic. You're not. None of these people are gonna look like who they are, or you know what I mean.
commonality seems to be like a lot of people who've collaborated with Alex Garland in the past. So
Yeah. Cool. So I'm going to continue not paying too much attention to that.
So should we all.
Moxie, how about you? What have you got?
Yeah, Troy no, not. I always
Not
get
Troy Barnes from
Troy,
Community?
No, I always get Troy Baker and Clive Barker mixed up, which are not similar at all. But
No.
anyways,
They pronounce and spell their
Troy,
names differently.
Troy Baker has announced that he is making his own video game studio. And kind of cited some of the people like Kojima that have sort of made a jump into producing games. Honestly, that's pretty much all this story says, other than just him when asked like what the timeline for their first game is, he just said like they're not rushed. I think my favorite part of this article is just every time they mention Troy Barker, they're like, this dude. They then are like, Troy Baker, most famous for voicing Batman, and just it's a different character each time.
Every time. Yeah.
That's a good bit.
Yeah, that's a very.
I thought they were going to say most famous for being an NFT shill.
Oh, was he? Oh, that's funny.
He was.
Yeah. This isn't surprising. He's got a lot of connections. He's been in a lot of projects. Seems to really care about video games and stuff. I have no idea if anything good's going to come from it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
shoot a shot.
I'll wait and see.
It's better than cozying up to politicians, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I do want to try his new game. That Mickey Mouse game actually looks really good.
Mouse PI, yeah.
Oh, wait, is that his?
He
like
voices
the Disney.
it.
Okay,
it's a Polish company who made it.
Okay,
yeah, but he voices the main character.
Oh, that's cute. Huh. And finally, Dennis, what's happening in the world of football?
Yeah, a little spot of happiness for us. There's a game that got some coverage. It does not have a release date yet, just simply called Kick. It is a 2D, I would describe it as a platformer, but all about the beautiful game, where you are
Boxing?
just a kid.
Oh no, wait, no.
Sorry,
that's the sweet science. Sorry, I got messed up.
No, that is adjacent to one of my favorite jokes, which is calling any number of things that are not boxing the sweet science. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, but so it's 2D platformer where you're just a kid kicking his soccer ball from place to place. There might be some sections where you're on a soccer field, but mostly you're like running around the city or the beach or any one of a number of locations that, a kid who really loves soccer and always has a soccer ball glued to their feet would be kicking a soccer ball through.
Yeah.
There's watching the gameplay. There's this really, really interesting way of interacting where, you're trying to get the ball through the level, not just yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the multiplayer golf game that
Super Stickman Golf?
No, the combat one.
Oh, Super Battle Golf.
Super Battle Golf. It's funny you say Super Stickman Golf, because what I was about to say is it is like the Super Stickman version of the Super Battle Golf, where you're trying to move quickly and get the ball in the right place, but you yourself are moving through the level as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I not quite sure yet how that controls how you control where you kick and all that. There seems to be platforming to coins to get extra points, as well as getting the ball into special areas. Is kind of the objective. But yeah, just looks like a real sweet and simple game that has some really interesting movement mechanics that I'll be excited to explore.
Looks like it's going for like a more action heavy Despelote a little bit. I might only be saying that because of soccer.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that connection. Yeah.
Yeah. But just like Despelote is more about like nostalgia and stuff like that. But
it was showing me
it is vibes based here for sure.
Yeah.
It's showing me a reminder that when you make a game 2D, it seems like you can focus a lot on like quality, since it's like the mechanics are so much more simplified.
Yeah, like this seems to be much more about like soccer and motion. Yeah.
Can you think of any other platforming forward games that are about kind of like kicking or knocking the object around the level versus it being difficult for you yourself to move around the level? My immediate point of reference was Super Stickman Golf. But
I'm sure there's a level in Pico Park where you have to do something like this.
Sure.
That we have collectively blacked out.
Played Glover? That was what that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
God,
that was a 3D platformer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We saying 2D. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. No, I'm not disqualifying. I didn't know the bounds of the question. That's why I didn't respond to it.
Yeah. But could this technically be considered an escort quest?
Is it a Glover like? Yeah. We'll see. Looks very cute though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you all feel about buttoning it up?
This button.
The credit.
Thank you so much for listening to level number 582. We appreciate you taking the time. If you would like to help us, you can go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv, or you can leave us a rating or review in whatever podcast directory you use, or tell your friends about us, or talk about us on social media. Spread the word. Any of those are valid ways to help. Some of them are free. Is there anything I'm forgetting?
You could also mail a blank check to any one of us, and we will.
Yeah, you can cancel that shit. It's fine. Like it would cost you money. I'd much rather you put that money to any better use, but you could do it if you wanted. Yeah. Am I forgetting anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Thank you so much. I have been Kaye. You can find me on Blue Sky at Kaye.zone.
I've been Dennis Furia. You can find me on Blue Sky at Furia Games.
I've been Moxie.
I've been Ben Merkel.
And stick around for some titles.
So I only had one, and it was a very late one. Is this an escort quest?
Okay. I had one Spaceborne.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Who had other stuff? Dennis.
I have one I like very much, which is Roving Escape Room Gangs.
That's pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically because you'll get the setup of recognizing the title, and then we keep putting them in jail, but they keep on getting it out.
Yeah.
Roving Escape Room Gangs. Then I also have That's Why You Shouldn't Talk on This Podcast.
That's pretty good.
And then also Adventures of the Airplane Kid.
Okay. Ben, what do you have?
I got nothing.
All right. I like Roving Escape Room Gangs.
Yep.
I will wholeheartedly endorse that.
Yeah, that joke was a headshot.
Thank you.
All right. And that is all.